Welcome to this week's Tuesdays with Tim, the leader and founder of TM Jazz, Belmont Village Festival, and Clefs of Moher. Over the years, Tim's dedication to the arts and music scene has built an impressive network of fellow performers, artists, and like-minded individuals. Join Tim every Tuesday as he dives into brief yet engaging conversation and performance with the artistic visionaries and influencers he has had the chance to collaborate with throughout the years. Without further ado, here's Tim Moher.
Well, hope you enjoyed that. It's called Emerald Blues, and it featured Jesse Grandmont here on fiddle, and all the way from London, Ontario. And we also had the feature of our bass player, and that is none other than Greg Pryor over here on the far left of my stage. So welcome to a very different Tuesday with Tim. I've been doing this for a few weeks, and it's been myself and Michael, who you'll see coming up in a little bit. So the stage has grown, so to speak. I have the whole Clefs of Moher, and I'll introduce everyone in a little bit. But we have some tunes that we are going to play for you that are Celtic jazz in nature. And maybe tonight maybe just a little bit more jazzy than Celtic. We'll see. We don't have, we're good? Yeah, okay. Happy with the jazz over in the sound crew. And, but anyway, we are missing our full complement of musicians includes uilleann pipes and what else do we have? We have cello, and we also have harp sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes, and penny whistle, and I think I said uilleann pipes. But the point is that, you know, with COVID, we got to watch things. And speaking of COVID, this is our 1 year anniversary, guys. Woo. 1 year together since after we were doing our last concert, March 16th, 2020, because it's 2021 now. I've lost years, not just days, I've lost years. Anyway, so we're going to play another tune. It's a beautiful, beautiful castle that is in Ireland, in central Ireland, and it's right on a rock, and it's called the Rock of Cashel. And to be honest, if we have now people sometimes listening from Ireland, and if I mispronounce things, you're more than welcome to let me know. Just message me, and I'll straighten it out. So it's either Rock of Cashel or Rock of Cashel. Here we go. coup on guitar at the very end. What do you say? Woo! And speaking of band members, I gotta tell you, David Chun is usually with us, and David was unable to do it. And so Caleb stepped in 1 week ago. Now, playing like that, 1 week. And I told him he's not allowed to leave Kitchener-Waterloo area. He's here for the rest of his life. But I did find out that he's going to the University of Waterloo. So isn't that awesome? Speaking of awesome, Patricia Townsend is leading the way in giving thanks to us. Already received a transfer from her. There is a tip jar. No one is really being paid here, and everyone is doing this out of the goodness of their heart. And I really appreciate that, because otherwise it's coming completely out of my pocket. And so if you do find it in your means, there's a link there. It's info@tmjazz.com. If you want to do an e-transfer, we'd love you forever. And if not, there's also a little... what do you call those QR codes that are there? And you could just sort of put your phone. I just learned. Okay, old man story here, but I was just learning how to use that QR code, making sure it works. So you just put it up, you take a photo. You don't even have to take a photo. You look at it as though you're taking a photo, and then it pops up at the top, and it's like magic. It's unbelievable. Speaking of magic, we have a dance for you. Our wonderful Myra Oshaznan, who usually dances, again, due to our COVID numbers, was not able to join us this evening. So I'd like to dedicate this to Myra, who often does dance with us, and it is called Edendary Dance. One, two, three. thank you so much. And I hope everything is going as I'm expecting. I'm sure it is out there. And I have my sound engineer friend to Jesse Grandmont. First of all, I introduced Jesse on fiddle from London. All the way from London as well is Mark Payne, who's doing the sound over there. Yep. And we also have Leah Grandmont, who you cannot see either, but she is helping out as well. It's a family thing. And speaking of family, I think they're both fiddlers, and Mark's a keyboard player, so it's just like talent is just flowing all over this building right now. Speaking of talent, we have, no rush, Michael, we have time here. You know me, I could talk. So we have Michael Kelly Cavan, who is, well, maybe he'll tell you if he's an immigrant or not, but he's also from Ireland, and to tell stories, you know, we have Tony Snyder and French Horn over here, who's from North Bay. Michael's from North Bay. I'm from North Bay. Anyone else? That's it. What's wrong with these guys? You know, it's the North Bay connection. Anyway, but you're also Irish background. And Michael and I have been chit-chatting not only on Tuesdays with Tim, but just during the week. And really, you know, this is one of the gifts, so to speak, of COVID-19 is bringing people together in a different manner. And so we get together and we just chat about life, don't we, Michael? Yeah, it's been awesome. And so anyway, I'll let you introduce this, Michael.
Okay. Yes. It's not just Tuesdays with Tim. It's also Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, and Saturdays, and sometimes Sundays. No, it is. And interestingly enough, when Tim and I met here in Kitchener, neither of us knew that we were from North Bay, but there you go. So first little piece, I'm going to do a little set of 3 songs here, and first piece is going to be one of my own songs that Tim so kindly included on his wonderful album, The Clefs of Moher. Is that the name of the album, Tim?
It is.
It is, okay. I know you've got several other albums, but so it's called Clefs of Moher. Beautiful, beautiful recording, and I was fortunate enough to be included in it with this particular song, which is a little autobiographical piece. For reasons I may never know, my father chose to fly away to North America to see what he might find. He sent my mom a letter saying, pack the kids and come. So we left our house in Arva town and sailed to our new home. We sailed aboard a Scania, a ship from Liverpool, and crossed the wide Atlantic to the port of Montreal. My mother took us on by train to settle in North Bay, a town in North Ontario with Ireland far away. Oh, I'm a child of immigrants, lost between 2 shores of this country I've been raised in, and the one where I was born. My father worked his hardened hands to keep us all alive. My mother, she took the good and bad and stood right by his side. But the struggle took its toll on Dad, and he quietly passed away on a cold and windy winter's morn with Ireland far away. Oh, I'm a child of immigrants, lost lost between two shores of this country I've been raised in, and the one where I was born. Now when I sing those songs my father sang when I was young, I get a feeling in my heart that wells up sweet and strong. And though I know I'll never live in dear old Ireland, oh, there's history running through my veins saying you're an Irishman. Yes, I'm a child of immigrants, lost between two shores of this country I've been raised in, and the one where I was born. Yes, I'm a child of immigrants, lost between two shores of this country I've been raised in, and the one where I was born.
Michael Kelly Cavan, thank you so much. Yeah, very good, Michael.
Oh, applause.
And I think we're just going to hang out and really enjoy right now rather than leaving the stage. We're just going to hang out. You have a couple real more traditional Irish tunes, I think, that you...
Yes.
Okay.
The last one you could clap on it or something.
Yeah, we might be able to do that. But this one, we're just going to sit back and listen.
Here's a couple of songs that are common fare, I think, in the pubs on St. Patrick's Day. You may have heard these before. In Banbridge town, in the county Down, one morning last July, down a boring green came a sweet colleen, and she smiled as she passed me by. She looked so sweet from her two bare feet to the sheen of her nut-brown hair. Such a coaxing elf, well, I shook myself to be sure I was really there. From Bantry Bay up to Derrickay, and from Galway to Dublin town, no maid I seen like a sweet colleen that I met in the county Down. As I onward sped, well, I shook my head and I looked with a feeling rare. And I said, says I, to a passerby, who's the girl with the nut-brown hair? Well, he smiled at me and he said he, she's the gem of Ireland's crown. Young Rosie McCann from the banks of the Bann, she's a star of the county Down. Sing along if you know it. From Bantry Bay up to Derrickay, and from Galway to Dublin town, no maid I seen like a sweet colleen that I met in the county Down. At the harvest fair, she'll surely be there, and I'll dress in my Sunday clothes, with my shoes shone bright and my hat cocked right, for a smile from the nut-brown rose. No pipe I'll smoke, no horse I'll yoke, to my plough is a rust-coloured brown. piled and bright by my own fireside sits the star of the county down. Here we go. From Bantry Bay up to Derricay, and from Galway to Dublin town. No maid I seen like a sweet Colleen that I met in the county down. From Bantry Bay up to Derricay, and from Galway to Dublin town. No maid I seen like a sweet Colleen that I met in the county down.
Whoa.
There we go, a little bit of the start of the county town, yes.
Michael, just to give you a little break in between, you can talk as well, but I just want to make sure that we don't go too far without mentioning the graciousness of David Marskell of the museum. We are in Kitchener, and we are in one of the gems of downtown Kitchener. There have been so many parties that I've attended pre-COVID that were here, just jam-packed with people. And there's children that run around during the day, and there's so much to see in this place. And there's a huge exhibition coming up with the Rolling Stones exhibition. Oh, there's just so many great things that go on here. A real entrepreneur and idea person, David. So thank you so much for allowing us to use this space. And thank you as well to Rachel for being with us all day and helping us with tables and everything. Just been amazing. Thank you.
And just regarding that, Tim, who's the young lady at the door here today?
That's who I was mentioning,
yes,
Rachel.
And she mentioned that it's going to be opening to the public in April. So
I think it's the April 9th, but you know what? You could check their website.
Yeah.
But it's coming soon.
Yeah.
Open.
Life returning to normal here. So here's one more little piece that one you can clap your hands along with. A little bit of whiskey in the jar here. As I was going over the Kilmagenny Mountains, I met with Captain Farrell and his money he was counting. Well, I first produced my pistol, then produced my rapier, saying, "Stand and deliver, for you are a bold deceiver." Ushering-da-ma-dur-a-ma-da. Whack for the daddy-ho, whack for the daddy-ho, there's whiskey in the jar. Well, he counted out his money, and it was a pretty penny. I put it in my pocket and I gave it to my Jenny. Oh, she swayed and she swore she never would deceive me. But the devil take them in, for they never can be easy. Ushering-da-ma-dur-a-ma-da. Whack for the daddy-ho, whack for the daddy-ho, there's whiskey in the jar. Well, I went to my chamber, all for to take a slumber. Dreamt of gold and silver, and sure it was no wonder. Jenny took my charges and filled them up with water. Sent for Captain Farrell to be ready for the slaughter. Ushering-da-ma-dur-a-ma-da. Whack for the daddy-ho, whack for the daddy-ho, there's whiskey in the jar. 'Twas early in the morning, before I rose to travel. Up rode a band of footmen, and likewise Captain Farrell. I first produced my pistol, for she had stole my rapier. Couldn't shoot the water, so a prisoner I was taken. Ushering-da-ma-dur-a-ma-da. Whack for the daddy-ho, whack for the daddy-ho, there's whiskey in the jar. Ushering-da-ma-dur-a-ma-da. Whack for the daddy-ho, whack for the daddy-ho, there's whiskey in the jar. Well, if anyone can aid me, it's my brother in the army. They say that he is stationed in Cork or in Killarney, and if he'd come and join me, we'd go roving in Kilkenny. I swear he'd treat me fairer than my darling sporting Jenny. Ushering the Madura-Mada. Whack for the daddy ho, whack for the daddy ho. There's whiskey in the jar. Ushering the Madura-Mada. Whack for the daddy ho, whack for the daddy ho. There's whiskey in the jar. There we go. Happy St. Patrick's Day. And enjoy Tim and the band here. Play a few more numbers. Here we go.
Well, yeah, actually, it's just a couple of more numbers, but before we do that, I want to be sure to thank you again, Michael, for coming. That was just wonderful. Michael Kelly-Cavan, and then Caleb Koo on guitar over here, doing a great job. Jesse Grandmont. Over on my right, I have from Guelph, we have Rob Gellner, who is playing trumpet tonight, but he's going to come in the future onto one of my simpler Tuesdays for Tim. It's 15 minutes at 7 o'clock every Tuesday, and he's going to bring his Chapman stick one of these days, right? And I don't know if it's going to be classical or jazz or what, but he's going to play something on a Chapman stick. And if you're saying, what is a Chapman stick? Well, tune in and you'll find out. So that's Rob Gellner. And then we have Tony Snyder here on French horn way at the back. Thank you so much, Tony. And just was the other booking the other year, not week or month, but year, Tony was playing with the Berlin Philharmonic. Isn't that a privilege? He auditioned and with thousands of others from all over the world, and he was able to play with the Berlin Philharmonic. And then we have Greg Pryor over on bass. And almost finally, we have Andy McPherson here holding us together on the drums. And last but not least, and I'm saving Paul for last because he and I got together in the Portable one day. He has sort of a studio. I shouldn't call it a portable. I'm a teacher. That's teacher talk. It was a studio outside of his house in St. George. And Paul had this great idea for a tune, and it's called Kinsale Bay. And then I added some half notes in there. I always joke. And then Rick Hutt added a little bit, and we came up with this next tune. So here we go with Kinsale Bay. I might add rather stormy. It starts off nice and quiet, but it gets a little stormy. Thank you very much. That was Rob Gellner on trumpet, Paul Stouffer on keys at the back, the main force behind that. Whoa, Paul, you write tunes. And of course, Caleb on guitar as well. Thank you so much again. And thank you for tuning in, those of you that are, and spread the word. You know, if someone didn't catch it tonight, I think it stays live. We'll probably post it on our line as well. And if you didn't get a chance to thank us as you'd like to, there's still an opportunity. I don't know. That may have been my phone that just went off with a ding. Maybe that was a bell saying that someone's donating some funds. Not to be too crass about this, but anyway, it'd be awesome. We really do appreciate any support you could pass our way, but mainly being an awesome listener that you are. Thank you so much. And give me 1 second here to move to my next piece, and I have to switch horns. So that was the tenor saxophone that I was playing, and now I'm switching back. In case you're wondering, this is a soprano saxophone. And this last piece that we are about to play is well, we were at Kinsale Bay, which is the southeast of Ireland, and now we're just going to move up the east coast of Ireland into the mountains of Wicklow Mountain, which are just south of Dublin. And if you ever go there, I would highly recommend, if you get deep into there, we're watching the Vikings right now, my wife and I, and it was filmed right there. It's just beautiful. Got to get back there one day, and when that time is right, we will do so. Thanks again for tuning in, and I thank Mark again, thank you, and Leah for sound so much. We really appreciate all the work that you put into this. And everyone, again, Michael as well. Hope you will come again sometime. And what was I going to say? Mark, I think we'll just go right out after this. Okay, thank you so much. This is Wicklow Mountain. One, two, three. Natasha, thank you very much.